Hey there, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. On a Tuesday, I'm your host, Mari B. And today we have a really special guest. It's going to be such a great show. We have Andrew Alvidrez. I'm saying it right, so any of you guys that are watching it, hey, I'm the winner, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now Andrew is a professional bull rider.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited for this show. So the reason why we're doing the show is in honor for the rodeo that's going to be starting next week in Houston. Now, different cities will be starting at different times. All surrounding areas do have a rodeo. So we kind of brought a professional bull rider here to our show to talk about what it is that we watch. What do they experience? What do they go through? What's in their thought process? And I'm really going to pick your brain because I love this part of the rodeo. So we will be speaking to Andrew in regards to that. So I want to open up those lines of communication for you guys to ask him any question that you guys may want to know of his journey, his experience, and what does it take. Today's the show to ask our guy, our man, Andrew. So Andrew, tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm just a small town kid from Seminole, Texas. That's West Texas, and it's pretty small. I have to tell people around the world that I'm from Lubbock or Odessa, so they kind of know an aspect of where Seminole's at.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to ask you, where is Seminole? So it's right by the Lubbock area. Odessa. Okay, so that's West Texas. I know if any of you guys are on this show from that small town, I want you guys to give us a thumbs up or a little heart as well. That way we know that you guys are representing. So what would you say the population is in Seminole?
Gosh, it has grown since the oil boom. But man, I'd probably say when I was going to school, maybe like, I don't want to lie, maybe 800, 1,000.
Oh, okay. So it is very small, very small. Don't quote him. He's just definitely giving an estimation. So as you guys see on the screen, you guys are seeing his bio card. We created this bio card, which is super cool. It kind of gives all your stats. So this guy looks big here, but your height, 5'5".
Yeah, I'm short.
Yeah, you're short. Your weight is 155, a hometown Seminole. Your league that you ride for is a professional bull rider. So it's called the PBR.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
PBR.
So it's also known for PBR that you guys will see on here. Some accomplishments that you've done has been the 2018 PBR Touring Pro Champ.
Yes, ma'am.
Whoop, whoop, all right. And the 2013 Texas High School Champ as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've won bull ridings in the PBR, event bull ridings, but those aren't really major accomplishments, There's stages in the PBR. There's the Touring Pro, the Velocity, and the UTV. And I just put the high school thing down just because that's something that was important to me in high school.
Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about those that really had a memorable moment for you in your heart. So you probably won several, but those probably meant the world to you. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then you put on there that you like fried Oreos.
Yeah.
Is that part of your diet plan?
Cheat days.
Oh, okay. Cheat days. Okay, so I'll let you pass this time. So that way you guys can get to know him a little bit better. You guys might have seen this post as well on our Facebook. Feel free to share it. Support the bull rider that we have in our home today. So Andrew, so let's talk about your journey. Where did your journey start?
Gosh, man. I mean, let's go way back.
Yeah.
Really, the one thing I remember, I was 3 years old. I did not grow up in a rodeo family at all. We were just some middle-class, hard-working family, and my dad worked crazy hours, and, my mom was a nurse, and I remember one day she came home with the 8-second movie. At the time, I'm just watching the movie.
Great movie.
And I remember watching it, and I looked at my mom and dad, and this is what they told me. I pointed and said, I want to do that.
That's crazy. Yeah. At age 3 is what you're saying.
3 years old, I pointed at it and I said, I want to do that.
Wow. Talk about knowing from that age exactly what your destiny is. Hey, let's talk about that movie. It is a great movie. That's one of my favorites as well. But at age 3, just kind of knowing and seeing that, that is the profession in the world and the environment you want to be around.
And for the record, the movie is no comparison. It is beyond better than, I think it's The Longest Ride.
Yeah.
Don't watch The Longest Ride. It's 8 seconds.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
long.
So definitely better. I'm pretty sure in person too. So
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
glad it sounds like you're very happy with the decision that you made at age 3.
So far, yeah.
So that's good.
Yes.
So let's talk about that journey. When did it actually, so you kind of knew at age 3, but when did it start? Like, did you have to start training? Were you already kind of accustomed at age, because they start the babies now young,
Oh,
5s,
man.
8s. Tell us a little bit about how it even started organically for you.
I remember the Seminole had just the Gaines County rodeo,
Mm-hmm.
and there were sheep. I did the sheep, and then I kind of just stopped
The
for
sheep.
yeah.
How cute.
And then
Okay.
I stopped for a while, and then when I was about 8, it picked up again. My mom said, "Hey, the Seminole Rodeo's back in town." So I went there, and I got on a steer for the first time. And when I did that, I instantly knew that whatever the best is at this, I want to be it. That's what I
Wow.
want to be.
Wow. Definitely putting a goal, being resilient, and look at where you're at now. And I mean, your journey is not over. It's
No,
still,
it's not even close.
it's not even close. You're not even at a peak, and you probably are at a peak, but at the end of the day, you're going to keep growing to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to that level.
Every year.
That's awesome. So that was, okay, so sheep started first, and then at age 8, you kind of started instilling on the bull side. So then did you kind of have to train a lot,
Oh, yeah.
dieting,
Oh,
mental?
yes, like, I mean, when we were getting on steers at 8 years old, you know, my family didn't have the luxury to have cattle or bucking bulls, bucking steers. So my dad built me this little barrel. You know, he just built it, welded it together for me. It's just called like a mighty bucky.
Mm-hmm.
And you buck it with a barrel. I get on it, and I remember getting on that thing every single day for hours. It didn't matter if my dad was getting out of work, if it was 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he had to wake up to work again in the morning. He bucked that thing for me constantly until I was dead. Like, I couldn't like move my legs.
Wow,
It's
that's
a workout.
crazy. Yeah, I bet it is a workout, and that definitely helps you on getting to that conditioning level.
Yes.
So then, once you were in high school, did you get in the league there, or was it still kind of conditioning yourself? How did that work?
By the time I was in high school, I was pretty, I guess you can say, I knew exactly what I was doing, and I knew how to ride bulls. But like I said, you know, we didn't grow up in a rodeo family, so my dad and me and my mom, we had to learn through watching PBR. As a kid, I would watch PBR, slow motion, the best bull riders in the world's rides, and break down, okay, they're doing this, they're doing this. We didn't have teachers. We had to learn what type of rope do I use, what kind of vest, helmet, spurs.
All on your own.
Yes, because, you know, at the time, you know, no one really wanted to show us the rope, so we had to learn on our own how to do it. And when I was in high school, I got it down. But
Yeah.
bull riding, there's more failures than wins, trust me.
Yeah.
It's a humbling sport.
Yeah, for sure. But you know what? I think that's where it means the most. When you have to self-teach yourself, you really create a love. It comes from the heart at that point. And it's not just thrown at you like, oh, you're going to go to training. Like, you want to learn a little bit more. So to be successful and to get to the road to pro, it is difficult and it is a journey. So how was your road to pro? Because you're now on the professional level. How long did that take, and was it tough?
Very tough. It's still in the process. Like, every year new bull riders are coming in, and they're coming in ranker and ranker, so we have to up our game. But the journey is like, you're 18, you can buy your PBR card. Anyone can buy their PBR card, but that does not show that they're a professional bull rider.
Got it.
The
Okay.
qualifications are, there's Touring Pro, Velocity Series, and UTB. UTB are top 35 in the world. Right now I'm currently in the Velocity Series. I don't know what my place is. I got really close to making the World Finals last year. I made the Velocity Finals, but there's still huge opportunities and everything in the Velocity area. But
Wow.
every weekend there's constant, these guys are in the UTB this time. Oh, no, they're back to Velocity. These guys are in the UTB. Now they're in Velocity just because
Oh, you
points.
can move back and forth.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
okay.
have to stay consistent on top of your game, because if you're not, you know, there's a saying, the wolf at the bottom of the hill is the hungriest. So
Hey, I know that is true. So let's talk about your journey when you were in pro level. So what was the competition like when you first entered, as opposed to now? You're saying that they're coming in stronger, faster, better, bigger, and stronger. So how was it when you first started?
when I was 18, I entered the PBRs, and I wasn't maturely mindset ready for those bulls. I knew how to ride bulls, but there's a different mindset. Like when you go there, you're around bull riders you looked up to as a kid on TV, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm riding with Silvano Alvidrez, JB Mooney. Who am I?
Yeah.
And it took me a while. It took me actually last year, I was 21, to understand and finally believe in myself that, you know what? I'm a good bull rider.
Yeah.
I believe I could be the best. Those people are just human just like me. Why can't I do it?
Yeah.
And that's when it really sunk in, and that's why I've had so much success from last year until this year.
That's awesome. I know confidence is a part of the whole
Yes.
mental part of it
is
as well.
all of it.
So are you considered a younger bull rider? Are you considered, like, what your age right now? You just mentioned 21. What age range are you considered right now in the league?
I'm a young gun for sure.
Young gun.
Like, it is.
We like the young guns.
Yes.
Yes, the aggressive, the energy, the everything. So we definitely like that. So as far as your journey in the pro level, like, what has been one of your highlight moments? It could be people you've met, could be, I don't know, the game that you've learned and where you've came. Like, what has been one of your highlights?
So far at the moment is when I got the call that I made the Velocity Finals, because I started last year, the year off in the middle of the summer. So I had no expectations of making either one of those finals. And when I got the call, it was real emotional, because I've dreamt of driving to
Absolutely.
Vegas, a small town kid going to Vegas to ride.
Yeah.
So that was
So
one
you
of them.
made it to Vegas. I know that's when you have to almost mentally prepare yourself all over again, because now you've reached part of your dream.
Yes.
And you don't want that to also mess up with your mental side of things, right?
Oh yeah, like you have to approach it as if it's just another bull riding. It's
Right.
You almost have to trick yourself that it's not a big deal. But when
Yeah.
you see the cameras, the lights, the people,
Oh, it's a big deal. That
Yeah.
It gets real surreal
Yeah.
at that moment in time, right?
And that's when having experience comes a huge factor. And that was my first year, and I was telling myself, like, it's just another bull riding. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
And I didn't do too well, but now I know next time when I go, I know what to expect and how to approach it.
Which is good, because you will go again this year. When is that normally, the Vegas, what is it called, finals?
Yes, there's the PBR Velocity Finals and the PBR World Finals, and that's the top 35 in the world, like the bracket I was talking about.
Yeah.
And that is in the end of November, I believe. So
End of November. Okay.
November.
So you have quite a bit of time.
Oh, yeah,
We're
we
at
have a
the
lot of
beginning of
ground.
the year. So let's talk about what your schedule looks like. Like right now, you almost have to map out your journey, because obviously the ending goal is what we just talked about, November, because you will get there.
Yes.
What does your schedule look like? Conditioning, even rides, stuff like that.
Monday through Thursday, I'm training twice a day to prepare for the weekend. I wake up at 5:30 every morning, except for the days
my
we
gosh.
drive back from a different state. I'll probably sleep in on lunchtime. But
Yeah.
yes, I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, and I do my conditioning at Icon Fitness there in Abilene. They have great staff. They help me push myself to the farthest I can go at that moment to be
Yeah.
a better athlete. And then on Thursdays, after training all week, we take off to the next PBR, and it's every weekend it's pretty much in a different state. Sometimes I'm flying, sometimes I'm driving. Like I was in Canada last year for about 3 days, and it was a blast.
I bet.
We drove all the way from Canada, from Abilene. It
Oh,
was like a
wow.
38-hour drive. We did not stop. We drove all the way.
Bless your heart. That is that young soul right there, because 38 hours, that's crazy. So you keep mentioning Abilene. That's where you currently reside.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you live in Abilene, but it's almost like you don't live there because you're all over the place, right?
Yes, we're pretty much paying for a storage unit.
There you go.
We live on the road.
So the life of a bull rider in the professional world is on the road.
Mhm.
You just mentioned right there your training and where you're going and everything. So that has to be hard.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Even on your body, right?
I may be 22 right now, but I promise you, I feel like I'm 30 or 40.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do.
Because honestly, you're driving places that's crazy on your legs. Your legs get like restless and heavy and everything. You almost have to pre-plan that so that you're okay, kind of get all that out so you're
Mhm.
good and strong for a bull ride.
Yes, like as soon as we take off, I ask my girlfriend Kayla, like, hey, what day are we getting in? Do they have a workout facility, swimming pool, hot tub? Sometimes I get a massage before I ride just to work out the lactic acid in my muscles.
Absolutely.
I prepare for everything. This is my livelihood. I
Yeah.
have to I'm a professional athlete. I have to train like a professional athlete.
And right now we're going to get into a little bit more of that training, what that training looks like. So we have a couple of comments. We have a comment from Jace. Jace is saying, chasing a dream the Lord has given you. Jesus focused, brother. So that's awesome.
Yes, that's
so
right.
Hey.
Right.
And I have Jace again saying he is humble as well. State pro lifting champion and UIL one act play champion. Wow, they know your stats, huh?
A little bit.
Okay, we got more stuff. So don't worry. He's gonna let us know all of his awards and titles and everything. So it's coming. I know you're probably humble, but I'm gonna get it out of him. Don't worry. So let's talk a little bit about your training. So you kind of have to know your body so well.
Yes.
Not only physically, but mentally as well. So you have to know, like, is there a certain weight that is your target? Is there a certain weight you can't pass because of the whole algorithm of you on the bull? Like, all of that. Like, talk to us a little bit about that.
Since, like, I'm a shorter guy, when I lift weights, it's not hard for me to get, like, I guess people say bulking up or getting big. It's kind of not easy, but it's not hard either. So I have to watch my macro count, my calorie intake, how much carbs I eat throughout the day. Like, I have a nutrition regimen. Like, right now my goal is to get to 140. I'm 155 right now, so I'm still working.
Okay.
I used to be 180 when I got out of high school.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you've already kind of gone down a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm going, these pants don't fit.
Your clothes don't fit, right. Hopefully your chaps fit, because that's what you need, right? Yes. So, okay, as far as the training, so you're telling me a lot. So you have to wake up at 5:30. You have to train. You have to watch the calorie intake. You have, like, that's crazy. This is a huge job profession.
Oh, yes. Like, my training in the morning starts off with fasted cardio. I do about...
in the morning.
Yes, mile run and just some auxiliary workouts to keep my heart rate going. And then at night, I do just like calisthenics, a bunch of body weight movements, a bunch of jumping, plyometric training, something to keep myself as an athlete.
Yeah, you're definitely doing all the right things for sure, because those are definitely no joke. And working, because I was going to ask you, why is it that you get up at 5:30? But okay, now I get it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a science to it.
Yes.
Definitely science to it. So do any of your members of your family, are they also a bull rider, or do they compete in like the rodeo or the PBR, anything like that?
No, ma'am. I was...
Just you?
Yeah, I just grew up in a normal family, you know. You know, in West Texas, oil field's a big thing, and that's what my dad did ever since he was 18. And
yeah.
But for some reason, he didn't want me to do that, and he's pushing me and supporting me to be what I'm doing. So
Man,
I'm grateful.
That is something to be very blessed, is that they are supporting you and they are pushing you. So just in case you want to just go down and out, your parents are right there to lift you up. And you did mention to me off record, you do have siblings.
Yes.
Okay, so none of them are in the road or the path for this either.
No, they have their own dreams, and they're going to get them. I know they will.
Yes, they will. Definitely will get their dreams, and you have to be there to push them like your parents are pushing you too, sure.
I get calls from my little brother Ian every day about his lifts, and I'm like, dang, boy, you're getting strong.
Yeah.
He broke my lifts, like, when I was in high school, and
wow.
He always, like, brags it to me, like I totaled 1,500 at the state powerlifting meet. He's
wow.
already totaled. He's about to get 1,700 this weekend.
That's crazy.
He's lifting more
than me. That's awesome. Definitely, y'all can all work out together, because that's not what you need, right?
Actually, the other day I was like, he's like, you want to deadlift with me? I go, you know what? Let's do it. I couldn't keep
no
up.
way.
I couldn't keep up.
Wow, so that's good. He's giving you a run for your money. So a couple other comments that we have here. So Ty is saying smooth talker as well. Oh, we have to find out a little bit more about that. Kina is saying, we're so proud of you, Andrew. Mike is saying, Andrew is a stand-up guy. I have the utmost respect for his character, strength in his beliefs, and his determination to pursue his dreams. Mike Massey.
Thank you, Mike. That's my girlfriend's family.
Awesome.
They're the best, man. They support me just as much as my own parents support me. It's like, it's almost impossible for me not to make it with all the support I have.
Absolutely.
I have everything going for me. I'm grateful for everything.
You're on that path, and it's so much easier being along the line of that path with family, friends, support system, because you have a reason why. Not only because it's your dream, but there's people behind you rooting for you and saying your name constantly,
it's
right?
Crazy. When I was in Vegas, I never when I made it to Vegas, as a kid, I thought, I know I'm going to make it to Vegas, but I was only going to see my parents in the stands. I had family members from my dad's side, from my girlfriend's side, and they had banners of my name, and just seeing that, I got so emotional backstage.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever supported me that much.
Yeah.
You know, my parents are my biggest support.
Yeah.
And now I have another family. Like, they're for sure my family.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, so you guys keep supporting him. Any of you guys watching, we want to support your journey and support and definitely see you come November.
Yes, ma'am.
Get there again, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be very positive. I want you to tell us a little bit about PBR,
Mm-hmm.
that organization. What is it about? A lot of us, including myself, don't really know about it. We just know what we see commercially.
Mm-hmm.
But just explain a little bit about the organization you're part of that has made you the man that you're becoming.
So back then there was the NFR, and everyone knows NFR is professional rodeo, you know, PRCA. It's rodeo, that's everything. Bull riding, broncs, roping, bareback, barrels, all that stuff. And back then they figured out that, you know, bull riders weren't making as much money as they believe they should because, in my opinion, we're the backbone of rodeo. You know, bull riding is the only sport that can stand alone and make, you know, spectators come.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only singled out professional,
Yeah.
you know, thing. So, like, they decided, you know what, we're going to make the PBR. And I believe they started in 1994 was the first PBR, won by the Brazilian Adriano Moraes, which was my favorite bull rider as a kid.
Wow.
And now it stands off as, it's one of the fastest growing sports. I mean, it's crazy how fast it's going.
Wow, that's crazy. Have you, I know you mentioned as a kid you saw these bull riders growing up. Have you got to meet and compete against some of your idols?
When you're in the locker room and you see guys that you watched as a kid, you're just thinking, wow. You know?
Yes.
But then you still have to remind yourself that you're just as good as them, you know? It's all
Absolutely.
in your mindset. Like, it's like we're talking about confidence. Like,
Yeah.
if you go up to the bull riding like, man, you know, JB Mooney's going to be there, you know, then don't go. You have to show up expecting to win. Like, would you get on a plane if the pilot was like, we hope to land in California today?
No.
Or would you get on if they're like, we expect to land in California?
Yeah.
No, it's all about just the confidence and just belief.
I agree. And I know you, on your own, you're probably like, okay, let me have a moment real quick. Okay, this is my idol. Okay, going back to business. You kind of have to train your mind to do that, because if not, then you'll get in your mind and you probably don't perform as well and stuff like that. So we do have a couple more comments. We're just in great conversation here. I'm not even paying attention to the comments. So we do have Clay saying, that's my best bud. We have Chriselle saying, how cool is this? Good job, D. Miller. Go, Andrew. Andrew, how young did you start
Riding?
riding?
say 3.
3.
3.
Started at 3, Chriselle. So that's awesome. I have RD says, attaboy, Smalls. I have John saying, that boy, Andrew Alvidrez. And then Tress says, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Oh, if you need Tress.
So there's a lot, just here in the show, there's a lot of support.
Yes.
I can only imagine when you're like on the road to going to your next ride or at the ride, like it's crazy. Just on the show here, you have a lot of love. So I want to keep up that love, even for those new viewers that have never met Andrew. We all need to come together as one big family and support those that have a dream and that will definitely succeed with that dream in mind. So we're going to move on a little bit more. So we were just talking about your journey. So in a second, we're going to talk a little bit about the experience when you are bull riding, okay?
Yes.
We have a lot of videos, don't you guys worry. So if you guys are like, what is it that he really does? I got you, no worries. So tell us a little bit about the process from beginning to end. Now I want you in that bull riding mentality. So you can let us know, how does it feel from like the minute you put on your chaps, all of that. I want to know everything.
All right, so you show up to the bull ride and you pay your entry fee, and then you see what bull you have drawn. It's a random selective draw, and then let's say I have the bull after midnight. I go back there, I find my bull, awesome. I get my gear ready, I make my rope sticky with rosin, and then I get my chaps on. I'm walking to where my bull is being loaded at the time. You're in section 1, for example, and they load him in. You know, the chute boss, he'll be like, you're 5 out, you have 2 to you, 1 to you, get on your bull, get ready. And really, I've been doing it for so long now, the adrenaline doesn't hit like it used to. Like, I remember as a kid, I would have goosebumps. I would be jittery, I'm about to get on in half an hour.
Yeah.
Now, it really doesn't hit. Like, all of us are back down in the locker room. We're telling jokes, making fun of each other, and like, how'd you book off that bull last weekend? This and that.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the back of the chutes. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. I'm just telling myself, you're the greatest bull rider in the world. I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm saying that because that's what I have to tell myself to basically trick myself to believe in myself.
Yeah.
Because I'm the biggest head case there is. So I constantly tell myself, I'm the best bull rider in the world. Now, the stats may not show it, but with God's help, I believe I can do it. I really can.
Yeah.
So back to the bull riding.
Yeah, that just gave me chills. Just FYI. Okay, go back to the bull riding.
Back to the bull riding. I'm putting my hand in the bull rope, and it's like you go in just your subconscious. You're not all there. I can't explain it. You have to try to do it. But like me, I can't remember what I do in the chute. It's like your mind has a switch, and it goes. And everything I do, I literally do the exact same thing since I was in high school. My routine hasn't changed from high school. All I can remember is I'm warming up my bull rope. I'm getting it sticky. I put my hand in the bull rope. I tell him, pull, pull. I take my wrap. I get the bull where it's square, where I want him in the chute. I slide up, and I nod my head. As soon as that bull leaves, it's like your mind goes on just reaction. You can't think, oh, bull's going left, I better go left. No, you think you're already bucking off. So your mind is almost in just muscle memory mode.
Yeah.
And
I was about to say, this is all muscle memory we're talking here.
Oh, it's muscle, mind. I literally read books how to just better my mind game for bull riding.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So let's go back to when you get told what bull you have. So you actually just walk me through that process. You just go and you see the bull like, okay, that's my bull, or like you see him all like how big he is, and it's kind of like, oh my God, that's my bull. Like do you don't get to touch the bull? You're just seeing him. Is that the process?
You really don't want to touch them when they're back there. You wait till they're in a confined space.
Okay. Where this is not a petting. This is
yeah.
Okay. And you just see him, and then you just go about your business, and you're like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, pretty much. And sometimes, like, I don't pay attention to the bulls because to me, they have their own mind. They're not always going to do this. Some bulls do. But sometimes, like right now, the best bull going is a bull called Bruiser. And if you see your name next to that bull, you get pumped because you ride that bull.
Oh, you want to ride Bruiser?
Oh, yeah, because you ride that bull, you're going to be in the high 90s, and then that means a big payday.
Oh,
so there's times you get excited, and sometimes guys know the bull they don't want. Like the bull I mentioned after midnight, I do not like that bull.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it.
So if you get that one, you're like, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want that one.
You kind of get aggravated, like, I'm going to spur this sucker this time.
For sure. So generally, how long is a bull ride? Shortest and longest for those of us that don't know.
For everyone that asks us how long we stay on the longest, it is only 8 seconds. But to us, it don't feel like it.
8 seconds equals an hour. Almost, right? So before we go to this next awesome part, you guys are going to love it. I promise you. We're going to go over some of these comments. Amanda is saying, so very proud of you, Andrew, and always love to see what adventure God has in store for you.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda. And then I have Letitra. Go, Andrew. Bull riding is predominantly a male sport, and are there any up-and-coming professional woman bull riders? Oh, maybe she's interested.
Unfortunately, there isn't. There is, I believe, a different organization that has the female bull riders. Unfortunately, it's not as big as the PBR.
Yeah.
But it is just mainly males.
Mainly males. Okay, so Letitra, you might need to wait a couple more years, but the women might be coming soon because we are woman strong, right? We also have another comment, Marla, saying tenacious. So proud of you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Yes, so that's awesome. So now what we're going to do is I want you guys to take a look at 2 of his most memorable rides that you guys are going to get to see. We're going to talk about it here in a minute, and then we're going to talk about other rides. We're going to just dissect it a little bit more so that way you guys can see and load up more comments. So let's take a look at these next 2 videos.
Don't tell me. Let's go, Andrew.
Keep riding, Andrew. like the winds of West Texas. He just keeps continuing to change. How about 83 and a half? 83 and a half for Andrew Alvidrez.
Oh, yeah. He worked a little bit harder for that one, right? Yeah, 83 and a half will put him in the top 10 now. So we've got 10 qualified rides so far tonight. Andrew Alvidrez, the 2018 Tour Per Division champ, has his sights set on a Velocity Tour Championship in 2019. He keeps riding like that, he might get it. Andrew Alvidrez, the stocky cowboy from Seminole, Texas, just manhandles one. Come on. He says, get loud. So we saw this bull last night. Joe Frost got this bull. It's over 85 and a half points, and it works out very well for Andrew Alvidrez. He goes to 85 points in the round, but number one in the Reno Rumble with 166 on 2. So Andrew Alvidrez, a former champion in the Touring Pro Division level. This guy's number.
Huh? It's about to come on.
We got this.
Oh, that was easier than I thought. Awesome. Wow, those are intense. Cannot even believe that that was actually you. That is crazy. So we're going to get to see more videos, but before we do, that first ride was 8 seconds with a score of 83.5, and that second ride was 8 seconds with a score of 85 flat.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about how the scoring works.
Well, we have judges, and they score the bull from 0 to 25, and then the other judge scores that bull 0 to 25, out to 50. An average bull score is probably about 41, 42. And the other judge scores the rider, same thing. They add them up, and an average score in the PBR is probably about 85, 86.
Okay, that's average. So you have a segment of the scoring as a rider, but the bull has a big section of that too.
Oh yeah, it's almost getting to the point where it's mainly about the bull, mainly.
But that kind of ends up not kind of being fair to you, right?
Honestly, it has to make us get better fast because they're selectively breeding these bulls to be better, bigger, and better.
Wow,
Yeah.
That is crazy. What has been your highest score that you've obtained that you can remember?
I can't remember what city or state it was in, but I was 89. I was 89.
Okay. Okay, so we are going to talk about that. So we're going to about to see a little bit more of these videos, but let's talk about where exactly are these rides? Is it only in West Texas, or they're pretty much all over?
No, they're all over the United States. Like I said before, I drove to Canada for an 8-second bull ride.
Wow.
But like this weekend I'll be in Worcester, Massachusetts, and then next I'll be in Lexington, Kentucky. After that, Bangor, Maine. After that, Wheeling, West Virginia. There's California. Like if you look
They're
at
all
my
over the
sheet,
place.
it's every state.
So you have the map pretty much covered, like where you've been, where you're going, little towns, big cities, like all over the place,
Oh, yeah,
huh?
like this August I'll be flying to Brazil to ride.
Oh, wow. Can I go? I think I have to go so we can have an interview in Brazil. So we're going to arrange that, okay? So now let's take a look at a couple more of these videos. We're going to go one by one, and we're going to talk about and analyze these videos. So let's take a look at the next video that we have. Okay, so this is what you're talking about. You're in, that's what you call the chute, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
This is actually in New Brunswick, Canada. This is the bull ride I drove.
Oh, this is the Canada one.
Yes, I drove 38 hours for this bull ride. I was extremely nervous, honestly, because it was my first debut on the PBR in Canada. So I really wanted to show it. Yeah, I want to show Canadians that I can ride.
Yeah, and that little bull just went right back in his little way. Okay, bye. That's crazy. Okay, this is a recap right here. That hand is still up.
Yes.
So I want you to talk a little bit about the rules. Like, you cannot touch the bull with that hand that is up, right?
No, it's part of the rules. That free arm has to be where if you touch that bull, it is disqualification, no score, nothing.
That was you. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
saying hi to you.
You're good.
So you cannot touch the bull at
No.
all. If
No.
not, you get disqualified.
Yes.
The other one, as you said back in your in the zone moment,
Mm.
it's on the bull with your rope, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you have one securing it and the other one that's free. You gotta have it up.
Mm-hmm.
No touching.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's take a look at another one. We're kind of watching film here to see how the trends. That one was in Canada, but you looked very pumped on that one.
Oh,
Like you
yes,
were just
ma'am.
like, let's go. Even after driving so many hours. Here's another one.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I remember this bull.
What is this one?
This bull's hair triggers in Pennsylvania, and man, he made me work for my money right there on Conway.
Oh my gosh. I want you to talk about that adrenaline. Once you get off or you get thrown off or whatever,
Oh man.
it's like fear for your life, isn't it?
Really, no. It's more like you have so much adrenaline in your system. When you make a bull ride like that, you feel like you're Superman. Like, that's why bull riders never go to the hospital, because they believe with all that adrenaline, we're adrenaline junkies. We just believe we're pretty much like invincible, and that's what bull riding does to you. It's one of those, I guess you could say, highs that you can never reach unless you get on a bull.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. So once the 8 seconds hits, 8 seconds, okay? Do you hear like some type of sound?
Yes.
And from there, like you can't just get off like, okay, bye. Like you have to throw yourself off, right?
You hear, and then you step off.
And I bet you have a technique. It's
Yeah.
not step off. We're not just stepping off. We're like throwing ourselves off, right?
And hopefully, I'm not good at it. My buddy Ezekiel Mitchell is. He lands on his feet every time, but I kind of fall and roll. Yeah.
Fall and roll. That's what we're seeing. We're saying fall and roll just looks like painful. Yeah. So we have another comment before we go to this next. We have a couple more comments. We have Doug. Got to meet Andrew in Denver. So much fun to meet and follow you, Andrew. Good luck and God bless.
Thanks, Doug. Hope
Yeah.
you're doing good, man.
Yeah, that's Doug right there. And we have Patricia. Patricia's saying so much fun to follow Andrew. Let's talk before we go into this video. How can they follow you?
You can follow me on my Instagram account, and then you can follow me on Facebook. My mom posts more on Facebook. She's always on my rides and reposts them. Or you can go to ridepass.com, and like RidePass shows you the bull ridings live in either Canada, you know, the UTV Top 35 in the world, or the Velocity Series, and you can watch it live from RidePass.
So we'll post that in the comment section, guys. And now let's go backwards. RidePass, is that like an application that you can download
Yes.
and see? Okay, so RidePass, you guys can see Andrew live and in action. You do have a Facebook. What's your Facebook name?
Andrew Alvidrez.
Okay, super easy. We're going to put that in the comment section. And then what about Instagram? Is it the same thing?
Instagram. I'm majority on Instagram. That's kind of like my favorite app, and I'm constantly posting pictures from the weekend or the week or my training. Like, I'm big into fitness, so I'm constantly posting like workout trainings I do
Your
for
journey.
my sport. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So Facebook, your manager per se would probably be more so mom. But Instagram, if you guys want to talk to him directly, Instagram would probably be the way to go since you're more on there and it's tracking his journey. And your Instagram name is still the same.
It's Andrew.Alvidrez.
Super easy. So easy. Mine's all complicated, but it's okay. So that's how you guys can follow him, follow his journey. Do you have anything else like Twitter,
No.
YouTube? Nothing yet.
Yet.
See? Moaning it. So in the future, you probably will YouTube channel or something. But yeah, those are the three that you guys can take a look, follow his journey, and kind of support. Support on Instagram. Go follow his page. That tells him that he has fans, supporters. Like, you guys love exactly this man that's here telling us about his journey. So let's take a look at a couple more rides. We do have a few more. Okay, he's one supporter right there. Okay, here you go.
Yeah. I remember this bull ride. About 3 days exactly ago, I was in Denver, dislocated my shoulder, and then I drove all the way to Ohio, I believe. No, South Carolina. I was in South Carolina. My shoulder's 3 days fresh from dislocation, and I had to keep it right here from coming out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as that bull's coming around the corner, I'm driving
I see
to
your
the front end. You see I'm using my legs and my shoulder to really get up to the front.
Yeah.
Trying to stay in control as much as I can. That was a real fun bull. I like that bull.
So you were talking about, there was just a lot that you just mentioned. You dislocated your shoulder. This is no joke here, this injury. And dislocating your shoulder, you kind of have to keep your arm a little bit more forward so it doesn't come out.
Yeah, like if I have a bull that really moves forward and if this free arm gets behind my head, I mean, I could do it now, but with all that
Don't
force
do
and
it.
bull riding, with all that force and bull riding, it's coming out. So I have to really focus on keeping it right here where it stays in.
Does that hurt your body a little bit more because you're almost compensating on your arm being forward as opposed to kind of just letting it organically flow?
I really wish it would organically flow, but I have to go through like just vigorous therapy training to my like muscles to overcompensate for the lack of leg room that I don't have.
Wow, okay. So if any of you guys are watching that may be in the profession of chiropractic, post-therapy, stem cell, anything like that that could help Andrew on this journey, please let us know as well. Now, does that hurt your score? When they're grading you as a rider, does your form have to do anything with it on the scoring?
Man, honestly, like it's kind of in the judge's opinion. Like some judges, like bull riders like me, that's more technical, has a good foundation. And then there's guys that naturally just have a pretty way of riding, you know. They really don't have a technique. You can't teach that. Me, my style, I can teach you. I can show you how to ride like me.
Right.
But there's some guys where you watch them on the video and you're like, okay, I can't do that because if I do this, I'm bucking off. But he does that and he rides his bull every time. It teaches its own, you know, you have your own style.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk a little bit about your terminology. You're saying bucking off, and what you mean by that is when you get thrown off pretty much.
Yes. If you don't make the 8 seconds, it's a buck off.
Okay. So you want to stay on there for the 8 seconds. If not, that could potentially hurt your score too, right?
No score. You buck off. Buck
no
off,
score.
no score.
Oh, so you only to earn a score, you have to stay on for 8 seconds. Oh, that's game changing. I did not know that. I thought they scored anything.
Yeah, you buck off, no payday. You drove all the way for nothing.
You better stay on that bull and do not buck off is the goal. So keep my words in your mind before you go. So let's take a couple of more videos of Andrew in action. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, this was in Arizona. Went out before I got on this
That
bull.
night, huh?
Oh yeah, everyone was talking this bull up. He's from like the native Navajo Nation.
Look at that back. Oh.
Oh yeah, that bull was really fun. Everyone told me that bull was really good and really fast. I was very fortunate and glad I rode him.
He is huge, and that back leg is like as high as his stature.
Yeah, when bulls buck like that, it looks harder, but it honestly helps you more than anything because he's bucking underneath himself, so he's coming to me. I'm not having to chase him. The only thing about him is he's empty, which means when he's spinning, he's not trying to throw me to the outside. He's more trying to throw me to the inside of the spin, which they call that bull a welly bull. Yep,
wow. So that one I noticed on the bull, he was kind of moving his legs sideways.
Yes.
Now that technique, you almost have to learn the style of the bull and kind of be ready to ride every style.
Oh, it's crazy how athletic these bulls are getting nowadays. I'm telling you, like, some bulls can sidestep, some bulls push on the ground to back up, some bulls are moving forward. I mean, the game's changing like incredibly fast. These bulls are being selectively breeding to buck bigger and better.
Wow, that is crazy. We do have another comment. This one's from Ty. Ty is saying he's a guy that will be studied in the future for how good he drives to the front.
Thanks, Ty. I appreciate that, man.
So we have a future legend. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. A future Hall of Famer. Please go follow him. This is going to be worth your journey. I know a lot of us probably watch it on TV, watch it on the rodeo. This is, again, one of my favorite events. I love it. And the adrenaline rush that I get as a person sitting back is on another level. I can only imagine what you feel.
Oh.
So, yeah, let's take a look at another video here. Let's see if you remember this one.
Oh, yeah. This was in Big Sky, Montana.
Montana.
This bull is, Chadberg owns this bull. And this bull...
He's little.
Yeah, he's real little, but usually the smaller bulls are quicker and the bigger bulls are just stronger. Yeah.
Did we make 8 seconds on this
one?
Yes, okay, good.
I don't keep buck-offs.
Okay, good. So he's always on the 8 seconds, so don't question him on that. He got it. Wow, okay, so in comparison to the last bull, this one's very small, but it has its pros and its cons for their size.
Yes, like this bull is a lot faster than the other one, I felt like, and I remember that event. That is probably the most fun event I've been to.
Wow. Okay, does it matter, is there young bulls, older bulls? Do they cut them off? Is there a certain range?
Oh, yeah, there's a deal called the ABBI, and they're the younger bulls coming in, because the bulls are in competition too, like I was saying on the scoring format.
Yeah.
The young bulls are like crazy ranked. I mean, they're wild, they're more athletic because they're younger, and as they get older, they kind of mature and find their, I guess, bucking routine, as you can say.
Yeah.
But the young bulls, man, they buck.
That's crazy. It's kind of like you. You're a little young.
Yeah, as I get older, I'm just
someone to look at. That's what they said. That's what I think Ty said. So let's take a look at another one. So I want to ask you, while we're looking at this one, have you had any broken bones?
Yes, I have fractured my ankle. I've bruised my ribs. I've separated my ACT joint. Main injury is my shoulder. I've been fortunate enough to where when it comes to being fit, it helps me stay away and just not get hurt.
Yeah. So definitely stay in that regimen. I know that definitely helps. Having strong muscles, strong everything as far as your body goes helps alleviate injury. But you also have to do everything. You have to stretch. You have to do everything along with that.
Like I used to be to where I was just working out, not stretching, tearing my groins. I mean, all that kind of stuff. You have to be limber.
Okay. Yeah. So this one looks like a good ride. You remember where this one was, right?
Yes, ma'am. That was the short go of Canada.
Okay. So these rides, it looks like they're at any time of the day, because we've seen sunlight. Looks like it's 6 o'clock in the morning. We've seen at night. You see the camera's action. So you can ride at any time. There is no.
Majority of the time they're in the evening at 7, but there's some events where they have them like at 2 p.m. It's rare though, mostly evening.
What has been your favorite, let's ask 2 questions, your favorite city that you have had a ride at?
My favorite city probably be Deadwood, South Dakota. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
It's like an old school arena. The buck and shoots are wood. There's casinos after the bull riding. It's like an old school western town.
Yeah.
And they have all these old school cowboys you used to watch on when you were a kid.
That's cool. I was going to ask why, but it makes sense as to why the whole experience was kind of like what you were growing up on.
You feel like you go back in time, how the arena is. It's cool.
That's cool. Kind of keep it antique style. So which one has been your most memorable ride?
It was when I was in 8th grade, and I won the junior high national finals in Gallup, New Mexico. Because I went there, 7th grade year, I did horrible. 8th grade year, I had no pressure. I was just having fun, not thinking about winning, and I turned out winning it, and man, I was just in awe. Like I didn't really wow, I did it. It's one of those feelings you can't explain it. It just you feel it.
Well, I love watching you. I love your excitement after these rides. Like you are so pumped up afterwards, but that's what we're talking here. This adrenaline. Which was this one?
This bull was really hard. This is also in Big Sky. This was day 2 of Big Sky. This bull made me work for it. I'm pumping over my head, trying to get over.
Yeah, he looks
pretty
like.
Here comes the chest bump.
Yeah, chest bump. Gotta get that one in. Oh, that's super cool.
Super pumped, man. That bull, he made me work for it. Like I said, coming around the right, moving forward. He's trying to drop me off into the spin. I have to constantly look out to get outside the spin, kick loose. Now here comes the get off. I don't land on my feet, so I need to get better at that.
Maybe that's in the future, right?
Yeah, so I won't get hurt so much, I guess.
Yeah, soft landing, because then I could see other problems, knees, stuff like that. So, wow, that's super cool. We do have a comment. This one's from Kaylee. Kaylee saying, it's just a matter of time to get that world title, and you can do it in more than once. Proud of your effort, hard work, and commitment to what you do. God will prevail.
Thanks, babe.
Awesome. I love the support that we're receiving here. I have another comment. This one's from Gary. Gary saying, Andrew is a great young man in and out of the arena. He's a great role model for the young kids coming up and takes time to talk to them. Always has a smile on his face and loves life.
Is that Gary Matt?
It just says Gary, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey, Gary. Appreciate it.
So let's talk a little bit about your involvement and what you do with the kids. That's an awesome, that's great to bring that up. But what do you do with the kids around you?
I try to listen to the kids more. You know, it's so crazy how you see that much passion at their age, and you just see yourself in them. And like, I have a great buddy named Hudson. Man, he's just so fun to be around. You can see the drive and the desire to want to get better.
Yeah.
And when you see him get on practice bulls, you know, you're like, ride. You know, you want to push them to do better because you know when they're 18, they're going to be traveling with you to the next one.
Oh, yeah, that is awesome. So, you know, the kids are the future of tomorrow. So it's beautiful to hear that you want to take kids underneath your wings, because I guarantee you are a role model to many kids and many even adults. So that's awesome. It says it right here. It says it on the comments. You guys are saying it. So let's see if we have any more videos. We don't have any more videos here, but you guys, how can they see your archives? Not just your Facebook, because Mom, thanks to Mom, we want to say thank you to Mom, does post your videos. But is there any other place that they can go to see any archives, any old school videos that they want to just kind of go look?
YouTube's a huge deal. I mean, you can type in PBR, NFR rides. I still watch old school rides. I think those are the best ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, YouTube. You can go to pbr.com, and there's videos of the events that have happened, the high score rides. There's plenty of resources to look at.
Wow, so there's definitely a lot of options. You guys can always replay this video if you guys want to watch the rides again. I know there's going to be great, I feel your energy, you have great energy. I know there's going to be nothing but great things for you here in the future. So if you guys have any other questions that might be away from this show, or want an opportunity to meet with Andrew or kind of work with him, do anything, collaborate in the future, let us know, let him know. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to elevate himself as far as doing opportunity or business opportunities as well. So Andrew, let's talk a little bit about when your next ride, you did mention it a little earlier, but when is your next upcoming ride so that we can go to Ride Pass and check it out?
Yes, I'm going to Worcester, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Ooh, I don't know if it's going to be good weather.
It's cold.
It's freezing. So you better get your leather and everything ready to go, because we need you pumped like you are on all these videos, and I know you're going to do great. We probably want to get you on too, if you guys want to see Andrew again on the show, to see how he's done, maybe a little bit halfway through the journey. Wherever you are, we can have a show with you, even in Canada, okay? So.
Oh yeah, I love talking about the process.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
We have to pump him. This is now one of our friends, Andrew, so we want to be here and support. So if you wanted to tell our viewers one last thing, whether it's following you, supporting you, or where to just look out for you, what would you leave our viewers with as far as one last comment or quote from you?
Do what you love. You only have one life.
That gave me chills. That is true. Follow your dreams, right?
Yes,
those dreams are so important, and it shows right now in the show that it comes from your heart. And that's what you need to push through and get through those dreams. So I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching the show. I want to thank Andrew for being on the show. It's been such a pleasure to have you on the show. Great show. And all of you guys, I want to thank you guys in advance for liking it, also for sharing this video. The more you share it, the more we get to help him and succeed on his next ride. So thank you guys all for tuning in to Talk to Me Tuesday on a Tuesday. Until next time, I'm your host, Madi B.